Okay, new adventure today. We're going to head to the local pull-aparts. We're going to pull some parts for my vehicles. A radio out of a 2012 Jetta Sport Wagon, and I'm looking for some parts for a 2000 Toyota Solara. Now, these are parts that if you bought at the parts store would be outrageous. For instance, I think a radio at the dealer for the Jetta Sport Wagon is around $350, $375. I should be able to get that for a fraction of that cost at the pull-aparts, local pull-aparts. So we're going to walk through going out. For those of you who have never been to pull your own parts, we're going to walk you through the process of going, what all's involved, what to expect, and take you along, let you see what it's like. So let's get with it. Okay, first off, I'm going to go over the essentials that you need to take with you. First time at a pull-apart or a U-pull, they go by a few different names, but there's a set of things, especially if it's your first time, that you need to take with you so that you have everything that you need to take a part off. Now, if you know the specific part you're going for and you know how to take that part off, take the tools that you need to take that part, and then take a few extra. Like, for instance, this is a screwdriver. It's a ratchet screwdriver that has detachable ends and changeable ends. So that way you can turn this screwdriver into many different screwdrivers. That way I don't have to take a whole bunch of screwdrivers with me. I can change this one out, and it's a ratchet. I also take something to do some small prying with. It's a small standard screwdriver. You're going to want to take gloves. You always want to wear gloves at these places. They're nasty. There's a lot of sharp objects. These gloves really don't give me a lot of protection. I really should be wearing some heavier gloves. But I know the parts I'm going for, and this should be fine. But for bigger parts, you really need some heavier gloves. You want to take a standard set of wrenches. Now, this is these are standard measurement and metric, and these have the ratchet ends on them. I find these to be the most useful. So you want a full set. You want to take a set. This is pretty much all the sizes that you're going to use. And your electric drill. Everybody should have one of these by now. If you don't have one and you're doing this type of stuff, you need to get one. And with that, you're going to need the attachment for a set of sockets. Always make sure you have that, because if you take this electric drill or impact, if you take this and you don't have the adapter, it's useless. Make sure you got a good charge on your battery. Then you're going to take a full set of sockets. This has got all the metric, and it's got standard. So this pretty much covers everything. This is a 3/8 inch drive. I find that to be the most useful. You don't really need anything heavier than that, and you really don't need anything smaller than that. Now I take something to hit with. I'm just taking this rubber mallet just because I can hit with it. It's a little lighter than other hammers, and we want to make this little packet that we're carrying with us as light as possible. These places, some of them stretch for a long ways, and you gotta walk through mazes of cars, and sometimes it takes a long time, a lot of walking to get to where the part that you're going for. This is channel locks. I would say just any type of pliers. Just take some pliers with you. I like channel locks, Gatorade, or some type of drink to put some fluids back in you. These places, the hottest and the coldest days of my life, I think, have been in these pull-aparts places. For some reason, they seem like the hottest places on earth and the coldest places. So in the winter, make sure you dress for where you're going. It's going to be really cold, a lot of wind blowing. It just seems just brutal in the wintertime. And in the summertime, it's really hot. These places are they're all set on gravel, and it's big heavy gravel. I guess it may just be me, but I guess it absorbs the heat from the day, and then it releases that gravel releases all the heat. It just these places seem like ovens when you're out there. Take a small screwdriver, flashlight with you. You're going to need to be finding specific part numbers and identifiers on parts and things. You're going to need a flashlight. Take a flashlight with you. And that's it. I think that's going to get you a good kit to go to the pull the parts with. Bucket. You need a bucket. You need a 5-gallon bucket. All of these goodies will fit in a 5-gallon bucket. Now, actually, I wouldn't take this many tools with me. I would generally take one small little set. I wouldn't take a drill, and I just wouldn't take all this. I'm just showing you what a beginner should take, or your first time out, or if you don't know specifically what you're going for. And today I'm looking for specific parts, but I'm gonna look for whatever I need while I'm out there. So I'm not sure of what all I'm going to need to take things apart. So I'm going to take all of this with me today. So, all right, I'll get back with you when we're there. All right, we're here at a typical U-Pick. They generally have a parking space out in the area. Give you a look around. Just a place to park. Always try to park in the shade. So when I come back out, my car's not 1,000 degrees. And we're going to go inside. Usually you got to pay a small fee, show your ID, and they'll allow you admittance. They're going to look inside your anything you're carrying in, like a tool bucket or anything. They're going to want to look in that. So be prepared for that. So we're here at a local U-Pick lot. This is what it looks like. Just rows of cars. They're all set up. They've been jacked up. The fluids have been taken out of them. Anything hazardous has been taken out of them. The oil, batteries have been taken out. Gasoline has been emptied from the tanks, and they are all set up on wheels like this. I wouldn't advise getting under them. You have to do what you got to do, but I wouldn't get under them. But this is what it looks like. And when you come in, there's computers, and you use the computer to find your part. It gives you a row and a section, and you print that out, and you go to the car that has the part that you want. Or you can just, what I normally do, because you miss things like that, they have the lot sectioned off. It'll be imports, then it'll be domestic, and those will be split up into trucks and vans, or it may just be Ford, Chevy, GM, Ford, Chevy, and then Chrysler. They may have a section for trucks, they may not. They may be mixed in with the makes. But this is what it looks like, and I'll show you more when we get to where we're going. All right, what you want to do when you find the car you're looking for, you want to know what parts interchange, what years. You can look that up on the internet, find out the specific part you're looking for, find out what other years are available that have the same matching part. I know a lot of these, so I found a vehicle that is a pretty good match for what I'm looking for. It's a seat. It's a 1 year difference in the build, but I believe that looks like the seat will interchange in this model year. So you want to make sure that the part that you're looking for, if it has alternates, that doesn't limit your search. So I found what I'm looking for, and you can expect you can expect it to look about like this. A lot of times parts have been taken off and are thrown in the car, just thrown around in the car. Sometimes the part you're looking for is actually off already for you, which is a good thing. This, I'm looking for a seat, and it's still together and it's still in the car. So fortunately, I know how to take it out already. So I brought the set of tools that I showed you earlier, and I did my research to find out which parts fit which car, and now it's just down to taking the part off and carrying it back up front in that wheelbarrow. Most of these places have wheelbarrows located in the front. When you come in, you grab a wheelbarrow and head in. You're going to need that to carry your part out on. So, but this is what it looks like. This is the vehicle. This is what they look like setting in place. And I may take this front. I may take this also. So, all right. Let me get to taking this seat out, and I'll get back with you. Okay, success. Try to get in some shade where this camera doesn't flare out. Okay, got it out. Success. There it is. Front seat. And there it is taken out. You might want to also review on how you're going to get the part that you're needing, how you're going to get it out, the best way to remove it. There's a lot of guides and groups and things you can turn to for that information. Look it up online. Find out the best process for taking the part out that you're looking for. And this is what they look like. This is what one of the yards look like. And like I say, they're very hot in the summertime and they're very cold in the wintertime. It's spring and it's a relatively cool day today where I'm at, and it's already very hot here. So I don't know what it is about these places, but they just make the extremes even worse. So let's look for the next car. All right, on a different lot now. So looking for same thing, looking for just a regular radio, so just a different lot we're on. It works about the same way, just a different price to get in. This place is about the same, it's just set up a little different. It's a little smaller. They have a little bit different inventory, and as you go around to your local pull apart, you'll see which ones have different things. Some of them specialize in trucks, some of them specialize in the most new vehicles, and some of them have a little bit of everything. Some are huge and overwhelming, some are small but have the part you're looking for. But as you get to using these places, you'll find which ones are best for you. So I'm looking for row I and J, and that's right where I'm at. I just happened to look at this convertible silver Beetle. I had one exactly like this, and I was seeing if it was mine, and it's not. So there's a lot of times if you have a local car, it'll stay local, and believe it or not, as you go to these junkyards, you may see it in one of these junkyards. So all right. Okay, sorry about all the light. So at this lot, they have 3 of the cars that I was looking for on the last lot. But here, they have the exact seat that I needed. I ended up on the last one. I ended up taking a seat that didn't have electric, so it's a manual seat. But I didn't think I was going to be able to find the correct car with an electric seat. It was just looking like it wasn't going to happen, so I went ahead and took a manual seat, which it'll fit, and actually it'll be just fine with me. But here they have 3 of that vehicle I'm looking for, and all of them have electric seats in them. They all would have fit, but I didn't know that. You got to get out here and look. I didn't know, so I'm just going to keep what I got and just use that. I didn't find the radio that I'm looking for yet. There's another pull apart I'm going to, so we'll take a look at that one next. So it ended up, nobody had the radio I was looking for. Unfortunately, some of these parts go as soon as the vehicle gets on the lot. That's something else I wanted to make you aware of. A lot of these places have really good websites, and they list the date that the vehicle comes in, maybe a little bit of information, maybe the engine size, a few things like that may help you out. If you go by the date the vehicle came in, you can, if it's an item that you think is in high demand, if it's been on the lot a while, you can assume that most of the good parts are going to be gone. But it always pays to go look. You know, I find stuff out there that I wouldn't think would still be there. So it always pays to go look, but it'll give you some kind of idea of what to expect. A couple more things. Use the website to kind of get you, they usually have a map of the facility also, so you can kind of get an idea of, it'll tell you the row and the section that it's in, so you can kind of map out your expedition, and be prepared, and you know how far it is, and you can kind of map out if there are several vehicles, your expedition back to those parts, and which ones to hit and which ones to maybe see something else along the way. So unfortunately, I didn't find the radio. It's probably something that I'm going to have to check with a lot that doesn't allow you to pull. A lot of times those lots will have things like that. They take out and pull to the side. Also, most of these places are open on the weekends. Some are even open on Sundays. I know locally, 2 of our local U-Pick lots are open on Sunday. That's useful. That can be really helpful. People that have really busy lives can't get out there during the week. Don't forget to utilize the wheelbarrows on the way in, and they'll also have batteries that have been pulled from the vehicles, aftermarket radios, hubcaps, tool kits, jacks, original jacks, and for spare tires. Even have spare tires sometimes. So all that stuff's usually located when you first go in. So be sure to check there if any of that stuff is what you're looking for. So I hope this information helped you. I hope this will help you get out there, take that step and get out there and get some of these parts cheaper, and it's an enjoyable experience sometimes. Get out in the weather and get to see things that you don't get to see on a daily basis. Learn something, see vehicles that maybe you haven't seen, learn how they're put together and how to take them apart. And I hope that this information has helped you in some way, for people that knew the option was there but just didn't know the process, so just couldn't get out there and do it. So I hope this helped you. And the last thing I'll add is most of these places have a pre-written price list, so you can check out the price of the part before you even get out there. The base price for instance, a seat, you know what it is going in. Whatever the condition, that's the price. And all of them have a warranty, so if you take a part out, and they're all different, but if the part is no good when you get it and you put it on and it's no good, or if it goes out within so much time, you can take that part back and get another part. So that's good. You know that you're going to end up with a part that works for you regardless, even if the one that you initially take is bad. I don't think they don't give refunds, but they will exchange the parts. So knowing what the price is before you go, and knowing that you're going to get a good part, that helps out a lot. So that's going to do it for this episode. Remember, they may do it another way, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time. Hey, if you like my take on how-to videos, consider subscribing. If you hit that subscribe button, and then if you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified every time I have new content that comes out. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. That'll help me out a lot. Thanks. We'll see you next time.